Get started, take a seat. I guess we call the order. It's after 6 now.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Senator Byron M. Bear, Open Public Meetings Act.
We're going to take a moment of silence. Thank you. We're going to have the flag salute, the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Sylvia.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Commissioner Pearson? Here. Commissioner Musso? Here. Commissioner Capizola? Here. Commissioner Saleo?
Here.
Commissioner Loeb? Deputy Director Antonio Romero?
Here.
Director Albrecht?
Here. I guess we're going to open up for public comment and on the resolution before we start. Anyone would like to add 5 minutes?
Need a motion?
No.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone who would like to come to the podium, please do. And it's on this side here. We haven't opened the alleyway over there yet, have we? We will. State your name and what town you're in.
Top of the afternoon.
Check. Yo. Still matters?
I think they're all now.
Sorry, you want to come over? Can you come over and speak in the mic over here?
We just need to put it back.
All right, well, we can make it straight.
Feel comfortable.
Technical difficulty, just bear with us.
We're being tougher things, Mr.
Just state your name, sir, and what city you're from.
I'm a street minister. My name is Cornelius Boone. I've met a lot of you in my travels. Some of you are familiar with me, some of you are not. Those that are familiar with me know that I'm a fighter for the people. I'm by the people, for the people, with the people. From 2020 all the way up until today, I go in the streets, I take the homeless, I give them the credible New Jersey message of Cumberland County. You represent the totality of the people population. Within this population, I've found out that there's a lackadaisical movement going on from the heads. The reason why I say that is based upon the fact that I've invited 5 people here. One was a woman that was raped in the shelter, robbed, her clothes, her vital papers, everything was stolen. The other lady, her and her children were beat up on the streets and raped. Some of them were beat up by our established police department. Others, a guy just got released from the federal parole house, Kentuck, with no place to go. No clothes, no money, not even a shelter. It took me about 8 hours to try to get him placed in and around Cumberland County from various agencies that denied him. He has been floating around trying to get a job. They won't give him one. They won't even refer him to a job, nor will they put money in his pocket. When they have money that was allocated by you, as well as the state of New Jersey, for these agencies to help these people, they have to go through so much red tape and then be denied. The hopelessness inside of them is staggering. It's overwhelming to them, where they want to say no to help when somebody like me or Miss Donna in the back here, she has been housing, helping, and holding people in her home. Just a few days ago, the police went into her home and told her that you are a renter. She said, no, I'm not. I'm an individual that help people to help themselves when no other agency would help them. She takes them around, make sure they get their ID, their driver license, the New Jersey state ID, the DMV ID, as well as treatment for those who are being restricted from going to various medical facilities. She takes her own personal time, her own personal home, open her doors to them. They issue her a citation as a violation of a code that don't even exist. Why do I say that? I read it. I've been doing legal work for 44 years. I have never lost a case. I'm just an advisor. I'm not an attorney. I'm a child of God that does what God wants us to do to help our people. Each one of those people that's in these woods, you have to meet them. You come across them. They're going to be pillars of your community when you're gone. Your children is going to emulate them when you don't help them to be somebody. When a lot of them lost their jobs behind the COVID-19. COVID-19 hasn't hurt nobody. It has taken people's lives. It hasn't hurt. It has an effect on the growth, the development of our communities. It's sad when you see women with children in the woods. I cry. It hurts me. It should hurt you too for just hearing it. You've been seeing it, but you haven't seen the truth of it. Your esteemed colleague, Mr. Antonio Romero, he has been part of my pillow to keep me from falling off. Sister Melissa, she has been helping me to stay grounded. Donna helped me in 2020. This is the third time I've seen her in the process of meeting her back in 2020 at a job fair that was conducted in Environment. A lot of the other faces I've seen you here, there, and everywhere. It hurts me to know that you are sitting in position to help these people. And you have other agents in here that are not perpetrating the element of the money. They're not dispersing it in the manner that it should be done in as.
Mr. Cook, your
And
time is
I
up.
appreciate y'all giving me this floor, but good God Almighty. Phew.
I just want to, thank you, and I just want to say, we do have a lot of resources. You mentioned several problems, that we do have resources available, and there are people in this room that can help that. So please, if you're here, please ask. You mentioned the styles of one, but there are other people in this room that can help. And our directors here, they may not be able to help with that part of it, but people even, I find it hard to believe they leave with no clothes from a kid talk, but at least we can make sure that problem doesn't happen again, if that's so, all right?
All right, thank you very much for allowing me to speak.
So
Each one of you have a nice evening, and may your day tomorrow be better than this day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dean Hawk, Upper Deerfield. Your resolution, 14,000. Okay,
Excuse me, would you just repeat your name a little louder?
Dean Hawk, H-A-W-K. It says that we're authorizing 50 face pieces for the Sheriff's Department at a cost of $32,000. What kind of a mask is this? Can anyone tell me? Did anybody look in it? Does anybody up there know what we're voting for?
I know there were various sizes, but is Mr. Scarpa in the room? Could he answer that?
Hello, Gabriel Scarpa, Deputy, or correction, County Emergency Management Coordinator. These are chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear masks used for our Sheriff's Department officers during evacuation should there be a nuclear disaster. That's what we're getting them for.
And where does the money come from for this?
This is a Homeland Security grant.
If I'm correct, it's not $640, it's $6,400 each. Am I right or wrong?
50, there's 50, wait,
50 for $32,000.
What's 600?
$638 a piece.
So there's special masks, and actually, suppose we do training with the nuclear plant, that's why, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, that's why we're being provided this piece of equipment. Who's got to respond? So in this case, the Sheriff's Department.
And is this the only company that sells these things? I mean, did we check pricing? Somebody must make the same type of thing. You know, and check it to see if it's less.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's state contract.
State contract. So
Oh, I don't care about that. I mean that. No, if you can find it cheaper, you can get it cheaper. You know that.
State contract, this is why we go to them, because they've already probably vetted this to get the best price possible. That's why we go to state. And you've been to these, there are various things we belong to.
Well,
We get the best price.
thank goodness we get good fires in New Jersey.
Hey, thanks, Mr. Hall. Did we answer your question, Mr. Hall?
Thanks.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sandy Acevedo, Upper Deerfield Township. Item 14029. Flying kind of blind here. We didn't have our copies of the entire agenda like we're used to. What were I think you have in there what the old personnel policy said. What does the new personnel policy say?
I asked the question, if I'm off, Mr. Johnson, but I asked the question myself, what this is about. We had no ability to, there were waivers given, but in there's no ability to do waivers. So now it's built in that they would have to come to the business administrator or the deputy business administrator, or the business administrator and director to ask for a waiver. So it'd be more official. It hasn't been revised since 1979, and it would just be given out without really permission to do that. And sometimes I would love to hire everyone from the county. Sometimes there's skills that are not here that we have to go out and get, and this gives us the ability to do an official waiver of that requirement that they be a resident of the county. So we try to stick to residents in the county as much as we can. It's everyone at the commitment would be here to do that.
We are in the process of amending the policies that haven't been amended for many, many, many years. And one of the policies that we came to recognize was in the late 1970s, there was a policy that did say that all employees of the county had to be from the county. It wasn't and hasn't been totally followed, and there are some employees of the county that are not living in the county. And this will allow for the business administrator and or the director to waive that requirement in certain circumstances, and the circumstances are described: special skills, from family issues where they can't move from where they are because a student is going to school, things like that. And it's just allowing for the possibility. Again, the county continues to wish to hire all people from Cumberland County that it's possible to hire.
And that will be part of that language as well? I mean,
I don't know that it says what I just said, but
well,
it does say that. I think, Paige, I think it does, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does say that the county still prefers to hire county residents if possible, but gives and recognizes the reality that there are some employees
Sure,
now that are not county residents.
but not to be used as the rule, as the exception.
It's the exception, not the rule.
Thank you.
I just want to make a note that Commissioner Lewis is just arrived. Did that answer your question?
Yes,
This is not
thank you.
This is to clarify things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14037, the PBI new representation. Who was formerly representing that group? PBI 231, actually.
PBA 231.
PBA, sorry.
So this is a contract that has yet to be negotiated. So it's not representing that group, it's representing the county to get that negotiated. So it's just been assigned to one of the pool attorneys.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
somebody,
contract negotiation. Yeah.
so it's for the county negotiators.
Correct.
Okay, so that, all right, got it. 139.96 and 139.99, it seems like you're putting stuff out to rebid, and the reason, it just says that the Director of Purchasing finds it necessary. Is there a blanket necessity, or are there specific reasons why these are being put out to rebid? 139.96 and 139.99, and there may be more. Those were just the two that stood out to me.
I'll just answer 8 for you. It's just that we have additional people. We would have more available people to go out to. So that's why we're putting it out to bid. It was done in, I believe, in December or November originally, and so we want to open that up to additional people. So,
Were they awarded, though, already, or no?
This is to have a bench in case we do, we could go to one of these people if we do something. So it's to give us, just like the attorneys, we have a lot of attorneys listed. It doesn't mean we're hiring all of them.
So the resolutions that you reference are for the previous bidding process and not necessarily the awarding of those?
Yeah, they're not being awarded, just giving us a bench.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
previously
yeah, for us
awarded.
too. There's a list, but that list was done together, so we're.
So you're just trying to get more to the list?
Yeah, so expanded it. And as far as number 6, yeah, well, it's number 5. Let's see why that's.
139.96.
Sure, but could you tell me, I don't know it by number
It's the one where
here.
various social service, for youth service advisor, council, community living enrichment program. authorize re-advertising. I guess it was rejected, so we're re-advertising the,
So this is actually, so we're soliciting more than one. We have the right to accept more than one proposal, and that the intent is to be able to be diverse and serve as much as the county as we can. So there was $60,000 for youth for community living enrichment program. We received 3 bids. We awarded one to United Advocacy Group for $30,000, which leaves a balance of $30,000 that still needs to be awarded, and the other 2 bids didn't meet the criteria in order to be awarded. So that's why it's being rebid, because we want to spend all the money, and we want to serve as diverse a population as possible with as many different resources as we can.
Thank you.
Okay?
you good? That's good. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so you know what, make a motion.
I'll make a motion to close. Open session.
Second.
Close it. I guess before we go on, before we start reviewing this agenda, I just want to mention that next week, next 2 weeks from now, on the 28th of February, we're going to be in Worcester Township. So I remind everybody that which will be our first time we're going outside the see, just to open to be different people. It won't be the last time. We try every quarter, at least one place, maybe twice in a quarter. So it'll be different locations. So please, I don't want anyone showing up here. Where's everybody? So we'll be down in Worcester Township, which has a beautiful hall, beautiful facility, bigger than this. You know, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at other facilities in the county. So, and we have some things that are going to be done there. So, okay. See, I guess you want to review the agenda. Let's actually we have to authorize the payment of the bills first.
You didn't do a voice vote after the.
Motion to close.
Can we have a what call?
We don't have to call it out, just voice vote.
All in favor of closing the public session? Aye. Do we want to make a motion on the payment bill?
The resolution 2023-117, resolution authorizing payment of bill. Roll call. Motion and second. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Voice vote?
All in favor?
No, sorry.
Yes.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Cavazola?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes. Now we'll review the agenda for next, for 2 weeks from now, 28th. Again, I remind the commissioners that this is where we're developing a consent agenda. So if there's some issues, talk about it, but you can always pull it off and be discussed differently, not on the consent agenda for next 2 weeks from now. So there's some, and it could be for any reason you like, hopefully not the entire, every bill, so every resolution. So, okay.
Resolution 13939, resolution rejecting all bids for as-needed cleaning services bid number 22-51. To resolution 13974, resolution authorizing the award of non-fair open contract for iSecure Gold Maintenance Plan. Resolution 13993, resolution amending resolution 2022-245 in order to accept the extension of the grant term for the FY 2023 Youth Leadership Grant for the Cumberland County Department of Human Services. For resolution 13994, resolution authorizing approval to submit a grant application and to execute a grant agreement with the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development for FY 2023 WIOA Summer Youth Employment Program. 5, Resolution 13996, resolution amending Resolution 2023-55 entitled Resolution Awarding a Contract for Providing Various Social Services for the Cumberland County Youth Services Advisory Council Community Living Enrichment Program, RFP number 22-62, to authorize re-advertisement of requests for additional proposals. Resolution number 13997, resolution authorizing purchase from New Jersey State contract vendor for renewal of various IT support services, including cybersecurity for Palo Alto Networks. 7, resolution 13998, resolution amending resolution 2022-705, entitled Resolution Awarding Fair and Open Professional Service Contract Providing for as Needed General Environmental Consulting Services for the County of Cumberland, RFQ number 22-54, to authorize resubmission for the additional request for quotes. 8, resolution 13999, resolution amending resolution 2022-706, entitled Resolution Awarding Fair and Open Professional Service Contract Providing for as needed general architectural and engineering consulting services for the County of Cumberland, RFQ number 22-53, to authorize resubmission for additional requests for quotes. 9, resolution 14,000, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for the purchase of 50 MSA Millennium Face Piece number 10051287, various sizes for the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, utilizing OSHP funding via the Office of Emergency Management. 10, resolution number 14,001, resolution authorizing the award of non-fair and open contract for purchase of Westlaw Proflex subscription services from Thomson Reuters for the Department of Corrections Inmate Law Library.
This kind of probably pretty long, and I just want to make sure, since the director's in, this is one of my questions, the director, before I pull this off, this law library will be, I heard you're going to buy tablets for the jail. Will this law library be available for that on these tablets?
I just had my first meeting with them, so trying to get up to speed with what's available through the tablet, but it's my understanding that they'll be able to access, our law library is provided through Westlaw electronically, so it's my understanding that they will be able to access it through the tablet.
Thank you. Good.
Resolution 14,002, resolution amending resolution 2022-413 concerning the FY22 Emergency Management Performance Grant. 12, resolution 14,004, resolution authorizing purchase of improved applications and features to the county website by Revise LLC from cooperative contract vendor. 13, resolution 14,005, resolution awarding a contract for providing grant writing and related consultant services for the County of Cumberland, RFP 23-07. 14, resolution 14,006, resolution rejecting all proposals for providing various social services for the homeless, RFP 22-63, resubmission and authorizing re-advertising for proposals for RFP number 22-63. 15, resolution number 14,007, resolution awarding a contract providing comprehensive, credible messenger youth anti-gang identification, notification, and mentoring program for the Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office, RFP 22-52.
This to go, I would like this off of the consent agenda. Number 15.
16, resolution number 14,017, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for Gray Key Premier System and Gray Key Unit upgrade. 17, resolution number 14,021, resolution augthrizing grant application to the New Jersey Office of the Attorney General for a sub-grant under the FFY22 Stop Violence Against Women Act grant program.
I'd like this off the agenda. They use the shelter, the women's shelter. Is that, do you have access to this, these resources that?
The WAWA grant is a grant that we use for our victim witness services, so that's not related to the shelter.
Thank you.
18, resolution 14,041, resolution authorizing application to the U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice assistance for the FY23 Justice and Mental Health Collaboration Program. 19, Resolution 14,008, resolution awarding fair and open contract for providing drug and alcohol treatment services for the Cumberland County Alcohol and Drug Services Office, RFP 22-59, resubmission. 20, Resolution 14,009, resolution awarding contract for providing and delivering emulsified asphalt for the Cumberland County Public Works Department, bid number 23-05. 21, Resolution 14,010, resolution awarding contract for providing specifications for 2020 LFIF road program, townships of Deerfield and Fairfield, Cumberland County, New Jersey, bid 23-01. 22, Resolution 14,011, resolution awarding contract for providing preventative maintenance and repair services for emergency generators at various Cumberland County locations, bid number 23-03. 23, Resolution 14,012, resolution awarding contract for specifications for 2022 LFIF road program, townships of Commercial, Hopewell, and Upper Deerfield, Cumberland County, New Jersey, bid number 23-02. 24, resolution number 14,013, resolution awarding contract for providing plumbing repair services for the County of Cumberland and the Cumberland County Cooperative Contract Pricing System, identifier number 181, CCCCPS, bid number 23-06. 25, resolution number 14,014, resolution awarding non-fair open contract to provide printing of election materials for the Cumberland County Clerk's Office. 26, resolution number 14,015, resolution authorizing purchase of one Alamo 18-foot Samurai Boom, one Alamo Interstate 74-inch RH, and one Alamo Interstate for use with the John Deere 5095M tractors for the Department of Public Works. 27, Resolution 14,016, resolution exercising option to renew contract for supplying and delivering toner cartridges. OEM only for no substitutes to the County of Cumberland and the Cumberland County Cooperative Contract Purchasing System, identifier number 181, CCCPS, bid number 22-10. 28, Resolution 14,018, resolution authorizing appropriation reserve transfer 2022-01. 29, resolution 14,019, resolution authorizing extension of the 2023 temporary budget and approving additional temporary budget appropriations in the amount of $28,123,135.11.
Mr. Ridgway, what percentage are we, how much is what we passed already?
The operating budget's only around 33%. The number is distorted though because we have 100% of our debt service obligations in there, and then we have 100% of our grants in there. So the operating side is about only 33, but it looks a lot higher because all the grants and the debt is in there too.
30, resolution number 14,020, resolution authorizing grant application to the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection Green Acres Program for Jake's Law Playground funding.
Can you pull this one off too?
What number was that?
30. 31, resolution number 14,022, resolution authorizing assignment of the matter of an investigation of a complaint made by an employee of the County Division of Social Services. 32, resolution number 14,023, resolution authorizing shared services agreement with the City of Vineland to provide senior citizen meal assistance. 33, resolution number 14,024, resolution approving 2% salary increase for the year 2022 and 2023 for the Cumberland County Division of Social Services rank and file staff at maximum step.
Can we pull that one off too, just to give an explanation of that?
34, resolution number 14,025, resolution authorizing agreement with the New Jersey Emergency Medical Services Task Force support group for transfer of certain task force equipment to the Cumberland County Office of Emergency Management.
Excuse me a second. When you're pulling these off, this is simply for discussion,
Yeah,
right?
we're having discussion.
Take it off the
Okay, just
consent.
for extended discussion.
I thought we were against it, just.
Yeah, that's how it sounds. That's
Sorry.
why I wanted to
I want to make sure,
clarify that.
I want, there's certain things I would like us people to know what we're doing. These are certain resolutions that mean a lot, and I don't think we should go over these. I think you guys should know what we're doing, especially as the one I just pulled off was the Jake's part.
Yeah.
Is everybody familiar
Actually,
is everybody familiar with
hard.
is everybody familiar with the consent agenda? Is everybody familiar with it now? So we don't have to explain it again, therefore, the consent
You know what?
agenda is.
If there are questions, I
Yeah.
think they should be explained.
Right,
because
no,
he
consent
gave a
agenda,
very
the consent
valid-
agenda, Donna, we're
Yeah.
just explaining to the crowd
Yeah.
that it's the collaboration of all different resolutions, basically put into one pile, and we vote all for all of them, that's a consent agenda. Anything else we're pulling is for discussion and/or qualifications to anybody out in the public.
Yeah, that was clearly stated. I'm just making
Okay.
it clear to everyone because it does sound as though you just don't
Yeah,
want
there
it.
you go.
And we know that's not true,
That's
right?
So this is just a sort of an explanation to why we're doing it.
Thank you, Jack.
So thanks for straightening that out. So, go ahead.
34, resolution number 14,025, resolution authorizing agreement with New Jersey Emergency Medical Services Task Force Support Group for transfer of certain task force equipment to the Cumberland County Office of Emergency Management. 35, resolution number 14,026, resolution appointing division head for the Division of Consumer Affairs, Offices of Weights and Measures. 36, resolution 14,027, resolution authorizing purchases from state contract vendors. 37, resolution number 14,028, resolution canceling expired contracts for February 2023, covering materials, services, and supplies. 38, resolution number 14,029, resolution amending resolution 1977-259 concerning residency requirements of county employees and adopting revisions to county personnel policy management. Resolution number 14,030, resolution authorizing assignment in the matter of Raymond Law Brown, County of Cumberland, U.S. District Court, District of New Jersey, docket number 1:20-CV-7907, NLH-KMW. 40, resolution number 14.
All the legal ones should, I believe, should be pulled off, so there's questions about that can be done, so, so that'd be 40, 41.
Do you want me to read them then?
Well, yeah, you'll read it, I just want to make sure you're aware.
40, resolution number 14,031, resolution authorizing release of monetary ceiling for legal expenses in the litigation matter of Brown Clark et al. Versus Charles Warren, U.S. District Court, docket number 1:20-CV-7907. 41, resolution number 14,032, resolution authorizing increase of monetary ceiling for legal expense in the matter of Brooks disciplinary appeal in accordance with NJAC 5:30-5.3 through NJAC 5:30-5.5. 42, resolution number 14,033, resolution authorizing approval to submit a grant application and to execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the replacement of structure over Rocaps Run Culvert project.
Can we pull this one off too?
43, resolution 14,034, resolution amending resolution 2023-80, awarding fair and open professional service contracts for providing legal services as defense counsel for the Cumberland County Workers' Compensation Program, RFP 22-75. 44, resolution number 14,035, resolution adopting revision to county personnel policy manual. 45, resolution number 14,036, resolution amending resolution 2020-122, authorizing the implementation of the affirmative action plan. 46, resolution number 14,037, resolution authorizing assignment of all contract negotiations involving PBA 231 to the firm of Blaney, Donahue, and Weinberg.
That also, yeah.
Resolution number 14,038, resolution authorizing a shared services agreement between the County of Cumberland and participating governing bodies for specific mosquito control operations training.
That also.
Resolution number 14,039, resolution authorizing a service agreement with Inservco for administration of self-insurance program. 49, resolution number 14,043, resolution authorizing application and grant agreement with the New Jersey Department of Human Services and the Cumberland County Office on Aging and Disabled for the Cumberland County State Health Insurance Assistance Program. 50, resolution number 14,044, resolution authorizing the receipt of federal funds made available to the Cumberland County Department of Human Services, Division of Homeless, through Department of Homeland Security and Federal Emergency Management Agency under the Emergency Food and Shelter National Board Program.
I'll take a motion for the creation, I guess, of the consent agenda.
So moved.
I don't think necessarily
Yes, we do it now. Okay, that's good.
That would be the next.
Well, does any commissioner have any comment on any other invoices that I'm sorry, I jumped in the middle of the line, but if there's something you wouldn't mind, you might want to walk down, just speak up. Okay, I mean, I'll just say this like Thursday, I believe, during the week, actually we'll do it Tuesday. If you have some, you're more than welcome to do it. After that, I would like you to run through the chair, you're gonna pull something off, so, all right, so, but till next Tuesday, anything you wanna pull off for that, or have questions, please ask, that's the purpose of it, ask questions, so. Okay.
Are we able to say if we've got this online Friday, can you call the staff and ask questions?
Sure, just like.
Just want to make sure, just want to make sure.
Yeah, any commissioner can ask any question, that's the normal procedure, you ask questions to find solutions, you always have the answers, I always ask questions, so, so you're more than welcome to do that, so your questions are answered, and then it's easy, we go through it, so, all right. Okay. I guess now we'll open, now that we went through is there any, we'll open the public comment for any new business that wasn't listed here. Anyone make a motion?
Motion to open the public. Second.
Okay. All in favor? State your name and
Sandy Acevedo, Upper Deerfield Township. When will you be reinstituting the teams so people can participate again
actually
remotely?
I was talking about that before this meeting started. Because of the different venues, we would have a problem with that, but we were talking about the next time we're in this room, we will start the teams again. I did not talk to our administrators, but there's no reason why we can't have, the calling is a problem, you know that. The idea from the home, but on the computer, teams-wise, that, I think that should be done. Now, there might be some venues we can't, because the facility doesn't handle, but I believe Morris River Township can. Our meetings are being live streamed, so people can see, they can ask questions, I get it, but we'll try our best, as a meeting, to make sure that people can at least communicate to us, they have a question, so. If you don't see it, please, we're not, hopefully we don't drop, but please call the administration, say, I don't see it on there, please be that.
And also, on that note, the notice that it's being broadcasted on Quinn Broadcasting, I'm not sure is on the website anywhere. That is easy to find anyway, because we haven't had any luck.
It's also on our Facebook, and I've had people say that they've used it like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they're watching it, so. Was that your question?
Yeah, no, that maybe it should be included on, you know how you click on the link to get to the meeting when Teams is there, maybe some kind of notice at that point letting them know that it's on Quinn, so if Teams isn't up and available, then they know they could shoot to Quinn.
Ms. Vasquez, can we do that? Can we do that?
We'll look into it.
Okay. Also, could we also purchase City of Violent, and maybe it could be put on their channel also? Is that possible?
We can ask.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Township. And when the young lady is reading the resolutions, I wish somebody would give her a microphone. It's hard to hear. On the note that Sandy was talking about your meetings, you have to understand that everybody does not get the Quinn channel. Quinn is a paid channel on Comcast. Everybody in the county doesn't have Comcast. You have other television services out there.
You can also access it through YouTube.
I understand that, but we have had issues about getting everybody hooked up with the internet because internet service is not available throughout the county.
Well, Ms. Ridgway, for almost 3 years I sat out there, there was no live streaming at all, so we're actually way ahead of the game of wherever we're at, so.
Well, I understand that you're trying, but the telephone was working.
The telephone was working.
It was working to call in. Now, when will you be discussing these resolutions that you pulled off of the agenda? At the last meeting, you pulled some that wasn't on the consent agenda. You read them one by one. You took a motion, a second, and a vote, and there was no discussion. So you just pulled a lot off this evening for discussion. This is your work session. When will you be discussing them for the general public?
Well, Ms. Ridgway, it's the opportunity to say something. I can't make commissioners make comments when they don't choose not to. So I pulled off because I think they should be discussed, and I have said statements because I thought it was important. So you want to have factful comments, it's up to the commissioners to do that, not force them to do that. So they have no problem with them. I'm not going to tell them they have to say something.
So what is your comment about South Avenue and the bridge at Rocap's Run?
I've made a lot of comments.
I know you have, but you pulled it this evening, so do you have other comments to make?
I do, but
Are you going to discuss them at your next meeting?
I assume I will be, but I may not if I choose not to.
Well, you're leaving us in the dark.
Why?
Well, you're supposed to talk to us and tell us what's going on and what your plans are.
I've been here almost 3.5. If I never not said a statement if I felt like it needed to be said.
Well, I understand that, and all of a sudden you got awfully quiet. Thank you.
Jennifer Webb McCray, Cumberland County Prosecutor. Director, I just want to understand for just point of clarification so I know to be prepared. If you pull it off of the consent agenda, are we supposed to be prepared to answer the questions at the next meeting, or are we going to do it here? Because professional staff is here tonight, and I'm just confused. I need to understand when I'm supposed to answer the questions that you have.
The idea of it's on a consent agenda, we vote one time on one vote, and I pulled it off because I thought it might need to be discussed. It won't be discussed tonight. It'll be discussed 2 weeks from now. That's when we'll discuss it. If there is questions, we'll be prepared, so. Okay? So that is just to make sure that they're available to be discussed, because if not, next week will be one vote and nothing will be said.
Will there be questions asked at the work session? Because I'm just accustomed in the past to answering questions at the work session. So I just want to be prepared to know if I have to be here tonight or just be at the final meeting when we know what's
covered. Well, to answer your question, there may be times, and this is what Ms. Ridgway is saying, there may be times we're going to discuss something, we may say something at that meeting, which I pointed out, the styles or that been asked the questions, that there may not be. I can't say yes or no. Next meeting, I pulled off the consent agenda, so at least we can make comments about it. So there may be questions that you have to be prepared for, because that's the day we vote on it. So.
Okay.
So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
I understand that it's a little different than normal. The problem was that we're trying to be a little more organized on how we make comments and then vote on it. If anyone remembers the meeting, and maybe I'm the only one, but many times I'd be shifted through paperwork, going back and forth, trying to figure out where we were to make a comment on, and then decide to vote on it or not, or vote. And there was not, I wasn't the only commissioner who did that, but I was one of them. And I thought that during that time, we would vote on that issue at that time, make a comment at that time, and so we have a discussion and vote. That's what I feel would be more organized, and the last meeting I thought went very well, according to that. So that's the goal. I mean, I know it's new, it's different, but there are other municipalities that do it this way, and it works well. And actually, the biggest point is that you can understand where the flow, when we're talking about a certain issue, you know that's the issue we're talking about right then, and when you ask a question, we can then answer. So,
Me?
yeah.
Dean Hawk, Upper Deerfield. I saw in here one of your resolutions, you took a case away from Marmero. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't think we should give them anything. I'd like to know, they've been paid all along for these cases they've been working on. Do we get any money back, or do they just keep it and go to the bar?
Probably close to it.
Yeah, they get paid for services rendered, supposedly. So they render those services, so we have to pay them for that. So and actually go through our legal department. Mr. Carr looks at them, makes sure that the bill is legitimate, and we have to pay it. So,
And is it safe to assume that they will not be used in the future?
I see that they're still on the agenda for one particular case, because they've been handling that for a while, but that's, if you see, I don't remember the exact number, but they're still representing us in that case, and they're still are they still on our legal, they're
Yes,
still on our, yeah.
The board made the decision to keep them on the team. That doesn't mean if you're on the bench that you get cases, but we can't predict what's the future.
So we try to keep as broad a group together, so in case we need someone, that there's no overlap or conflict, we need someone. So don't worry, I think there's a lot of sympathy with where we're coming from on this board, so.
All right, appreciate it, thanks.
Director, I have a question.
Sure.
And I'm seriously not trying to be new here, but you have to understand this Gemini brain processes logically. And right now, just for an example, because I still see confused looks out, and I look confused, I really do. And the question I have, for example, all right, you pulled, just the first one was number 1514007. Now, is that department head supposed to be here to explain that? Or does that mean that I have questions about it, I do it then? I think that the question here is, when do we talk about it?
It's pulled off the consent agenda.
Right.
At that time, we're going to vote. People make comments before they vote. That's what we do. And if the department head, if there's questions that someone didn't get, or they can answer, they should be here to answer that. So
At the work session or at the regular meeting?
at the regular meeting, because that's where we're voting.
So the professional staff doesn't all need to be
Well,
at the work session?
Yeah, that's the,
all right.
Well, just clarification for.
They should be here for both meetings, in case there's a question asked. They're not really raised, but tonight, there was issues that was asked by the people in the audience asked, and they were here to answer it. So,
Will we get the question ahead of time so we can be prepared at the next meeting?
you should. Yes. All right.
it's okay, I mean, changes.
Yeah, it is changed because, well, I want to say the work session, questions were asked in work sessions, if we don't have the answer, we can get the answer. So let's say the staff does not have to be here for a work session, because we could always get an answer to that person for next week if that happens. Is that fair enough? So they do not, the department heads do not have to be here for the work session. the staff will get an answer to the person that's asking them. When we get an answer, we will. We can't, we'll find out an answer for it. Does that help? Okay, so the only time they would have to be here is during when we actually vote. In case we have questions, you should be notified that it's been pulled off the consent agenda. It's just, as Commissioner Pearson has said, it doesn't always mean it's a negative. Some things are positive. We want to help people what's going on. So, does that help?
Okay,
Commissioner
that was a little
Pearson.
spastic.
Actually, this is good. I apologize, but this is actually very good because Commissioner Pearson's asking questions that if there are people out there that may have it, so actually keep asking because it's important. So
just for my last question is that if it's taken off of this agenda, when does it go back on at the next meeting or
yes,
the meeting for next month?
2 weeks from now.
And on the 28th. So,
Well, you wouldn't vote on it tonight anyway.
Yeah, we're not
You
voting.
vote
No, we're
today.
not voting.
Right, that's
No
my
discussion.
question.
yeah,
Right.
that's the word.
So you asked about Jake's place. That I don't think anybody in this commission has any problem with that happening. But there's some things surrounding that are actually really neat. It should be identified. That I think we should brag a little bit at what's being done. And so I don't want to just put on the consent agenda. We did not talk about it. I would like to talk about that. And so yes, so I come off this and negative. I'm going to say every time I pull off for no particular reason, but I pull off because I thought we should talk about
And
it.
you explained that very well.
So, Director, just for clarification, it's not just a negative connotation to the resolution, it could be positive. So again, and what we're looking to do is to promote the positive that the county's doing, as well as some of the negative things that we've been seeing for some time.
Or, okay, all right, I clarified enough for me. Okay, thank you. All right. All right, let's go on then. Anyone else like to take the floor here? All right, so let's close the public comment session.
So, second.
All in favor? All right, we're gonna go to executive session. I believe it's necessary.
It is.
So can I have a motion? We're gonna have the executive session in this room, because we've got a lot of issues to talk about. So I will ask you guys to kind of go.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But, and there's no anticipated action after is the important.
Go ahead. Okay. Hold on one second.
Resolution 2023-118, resolution providing for a meeting not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Senator Byron M. Baer Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, to be discussed matters including a litigation, possible litigation, contract negotiations, and the attorney-client privilege matters required by law to be confidential. Butler settlement, Inserco service agreement, JOS investigation, CCJ litigation, Brown class action. B, matters relating to the purchase, lease, or acquisition of real property or the investment of public funds, letter of intent between CCIA and the public and the Bridgeton Board of Education, 660 Buckshootum. Matters involving individual privacy, mortgage subordination request, matters relating to the employment relationship, 1, Cultural and Heritage Commission reappointment, 2, Human Services Advisory Council new appointments, 3, Children's Interagency Coordinating Council new appointments, Workforce Development reappointments, and new appointments. Now, do I have a motion?
Second, everyone. Second. All in favor?
No. Roll call.
Roll call.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Capizola?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes? Yes. Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.